teenagers were handed jail terms for violating the emergency decree because they held a party and used some drugs in Ayutthaya amid the pandemic. We have a report coming in from Cristel Mapa. Cristel.
Yes.
Hi, Cristel.
Hi, Alma.
Good to hear from you. What are your updates for us, Cristel?
Yes, Yes, Alma. Here are the updates with relation to the COVID-19 situation here in Thailand. Prime Minister of Thailand, General Prayut Chan-o-cha, who is also the director of the Center for COVID-19 Situation Administration, has imposed a curfew, banning all people nationwide from leaving their homes from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. starting tonight, in its latest move to contain the spread of coronavirus. Appearing on the TV pool Thursday evening, General Prayut Chan-o-cha announced the curfew effective until further notice. The Prime Minister called for the public to stay calm and ask not to stock up on food, as they will still be allowed to go out during the daytime, though they will be required to observe social or physical distancing. Medical and banking personnel, as well as logistics workers handling consumer goods, agricultural produce, pharmaceutical products, medical supplies and equipment, newspapers, fuel, post products bound for export, and imported goods are exempted from the curfew restrictions. The travel of people to quarantine venues is also allowed. Exemptions also apply to employees working on night shifts, individuals heading to or from airports with necessary official orders, and those who have received prior permission from officials to leave for emergencies. And ALMA violations will result in a jail term of no more than 2 years and or a fine of no more than 40,000 baht. Existing curfew orders in other provinces with stricter requirements shall remain and it will be set up to distribute face masks. He said, and I quote, "I won't let anyone hoard the products and take advantage of people during this difficult time," unquote. More economic stimulus packages will be introduced, which include financial aid, debt suspension, and restructuring, and a liquidity boost. In terms of the disease mitigation, a center will be set up to manage travel in and out of the kingdom with more strict screening, quarantine, and monitoring measures. In terms of communication, a briefing will be held every day at the government's COVID-19 center. He again warned of the consequences of the spreading of fake news or sharing information from unknown sources before urging everyone to cooperate for the ultimate goal of zero infections. Earlier in the day, or yesterday rather, General Prayut said the government will block all travel to Thailand, including by Thais, starting yesterday until April 15, to prepare quarantine facilities after more local cases were linked to imported cases. General Prayut said, and I quote, "In the meantime, agencies will prepare the venues and coordinate with Thai embassies to ensure all Thai returnees will be quarantined and get proper medical checks," unquote. Tawisin Visayutin, spokesman of the Government Center for COVID-19 Situations at the center, that arrivals of foreigners and Thais from abroad will have to be slowed down to stop the disease. The new ban does not apply to people who already received permission to travel to Thailand, he said. Before urging affected, Dr. Tawisin said arrivals from abroad have proved to be a major source of infections. Recent cases included an infected Thai man who had visited Pakistan, which we reported yesterday, and died on a southbound train in Prachuap Khiri province. He also cited 6 Thais who returned from meetings in Italy, 4 of whom tested positive. The cases led to 50 other people being quarantined. Out of the 132 Thais who attended a religious gathering in Malaysia, 47 contracted the disease, 4 died, and about 1,000 others were still in quarantine. Meanwhile, out of the 56 Thais who had attended a similar gathering in Indonesia, 32 were infected and about 500 were quarantined. 4 Thais who recently returned from the United Kingdom contracted the disease and one of them died. This group included a patient who concealed his symptoms to return to the country as a result. Furthermore, 19 Thais crossing the border from Poipet, Cambodia, were found to be infected, and about 304 new local cases of COVID-19 infections, bringing the total number of confirmed cases to 1,875. 3 more deaths were also reported, raising the death toll from the novel coronavirus disease in Thailand to 15. And Alma, as of today, there were an additional 103 cases, and the total of confirmed cases now here is 1,978.
Okay.
And
Yes. Go
there are
ahead.
also additional 4 deaths are all males between age 59 and 84. Alma?
Okay. You said about stimulus package or maybe subsidies that was offered by Thailand. How will this be distributed to the population, or will it be coursed through companies? If you don't have the information now, you can get back with me just so we know how the population is being taken care of.
Yes, Alma. As of today, there are reports of a meeting with regards to the next phase of
Okay.
these stimulus packages.
Okay. All right. So you can get back with me on that. Thank you so much for your update. Stay healthy.
You too. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for your
Reporting
time.
live from Thailand, I am Crystal Mapa. We live in interesting times.